What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back once again. It is of course Jackie Boy here. We are continuing off on our bonus episodes today. It is episode number 6, I think, unless I am much mistaken. We've got more Royal Knights, more Deadly Digimon, and more other random shit to be doing today. We're going to be kicking things off with this, unfortunately, which of course can only be an extension of our sewer Digimon. You know, I know it's not thrilling, but it's something that we need to get through at this stage. But I promise you that after we get done with these guys, with these fine gentlemen here, we have a lot more exciting things. I think one of the first things we're going to be doing is battling one of our 7 Deadly Singed Digimon here in the volcano. Hopefully said Deadly Digimon can give us our final most powerful, one of our tier 7 attack skills, abilities and all that jazz as well. So I'm super excited for that. Hopefully we can pick up our most powerful frost move in the game today. And yeah, that's pretty much our lineup. We'll talk about it a bit more as we get into our episode as always. But yeah, time for some Digimon. Here we go. So, it looks like all of the nonsense that we are getting up to in today's ep is going to be starting off with Pooplang the Stone here. I don't know why this poor gentleman, this poor Sukamon here is Pooplang the Stone, but apparently, why, if it isn't the saviour? I heard that the Numiphalus and the Moragal had retreated. Now I know why. So obviously we started this quest line off. We fought against Numemon. Then last time we fought against Jijimon in the Server Desert. It looks like this time the next part of that Digivolution process is Sukamon, and these guys are obviously at the tippy top of Logic Volcano. I don't know how these guys get up here, in all honesty, because they don't have legs. It must be quite difficult for them to climb up here. It must be quite a trek. But anyways, I thought you were a mere fossilized poop thief, but I see you were instead using it to trick me. Mate, no idea what's going on. We just turned up. We came to get this. You guys showed up. This isn't some sort of ambush or anything. If anything, you're the one setting us up. Have at you, I shall beat the poop out of you. Here we go. Such a rush. I have not felt like this since I don't even know what that says. The mere thought of it loosens my bowels in the best possible way. Dude, that's kind of, I don't know if yeah. Let's just move on very quickly and fight these guys. See what the Sukamon have got to like how much they can throw us. These guys are level 58, and the last time we fought one of these battles, we got through the Numemon quite easy. Now obviously Sukamon should be a little bit more powerful, but again, the fact that we changed up our moves in yesterday's, well, not yesterday at this point I guess, in the last bonus episode we changed up our movesets, and we're seeing nothing but benefits. I mean, look at this. Right, the fight is almost done. This is the last guy. Obviously he is the final kind of boss of the group, I guess, being a little bit tougher. He's got the defensive buff, and he's actually not taking a lot of damage considering how quickly the other Sukamon in the group died off. This guy's pretty tanky, so we'll see what he's got for us. Now that move that he keeps using, that kind of green cloudy breath, there's Poop Toss, that green cloudy breath that he keeps using on us, I'm pretty sure we don't actually have that ability in our list of moves, so maybe we could pick up our last 2 abilities, our last 2 skills in the table at this during this episode. That would be really cool, because honestly there's only a couple of Digimon in the game that well, off the top of my head, I mean, there's only a couple of Digimon in the game that I know teaches that ability for a fact, so it would be cool if we could just grab it here, and that way we don't have to hunt around for it. The thing is, because it's such a weak move anyway, I've not been particularly bothered about going to acquire it. It's that one right there. Anyways, I'm going to shut my face here. I'm hopefully going to time Phoenixmon up, and we'll get the double attack boost, and hopefully we can beat this guy down to a pulp. Alright. Sorry that we have to do these quest lines, guys. I think they're actually quite entertaining in a weird way. I know they're not particularly thrilling in the sense that, oh my god, here's a new powerful Mega Digimon that we haven't seen in a long time. Oh, that Digimon's in this game. It's just, you know, it's just some Sukamon, some Numemon and all of that jazz, but, you know, I don't know. Some of the dialogue's at least quite funny, so yeah, we're just going to go with the flow. It is one of our post-game stuff, and I'm pretty sure we probably have to beat it in order to unlock some other stuff later on as well. I don't know if there is post-game stuff that comes after that you can only interact with through Jijimon. I've never actually completed this main story before, which I mentioned in some of the last post-game episodes. So yeah, I'm just kind of navigating through this and seeing it for the first time. Some of you guys might have completed this quest line before, and if you have, you can let me know if you fancy doing that. It's up to you guys. But yeah, all right. Surely we can finish this guy off. He's hanging in by a thread. Give him fair play. I mean, I don't know why. Again, I don't know why his comrades weren't as strong as this dude. I guess they were trying to maybe make the fight a little bit more bearable. I'm not sure. I personally would have liked a bit of a challenge. If this guy had came in and he had us against the ropes right now, it would have made the fight even just a little bit more entertaining. But at the same time, I'm not gonna complain. I also don't want to lose in these fights either. So I don't know. The Numemon fight seems to catch us off guard the most. I don't know why. I think it was again to do with our attack skills. But anyways, Young King, whatever his face is, 22k from this guy. We actually get 360 Tamer XP, which is a lot more than some of the other fights we've been doing in the past few bonus episodes. So that's going to help us towards our next Tamer advancement, which I'm pretty sure we're going to get this episode. It should be pretty close. There we go. Attack skill learned. Earth Coat. Wow, I completely forgot about that. Nice. So that is one of the very weak, the weakest Earth abilities in the game. We finally pick it up now at this stage. I don't know why. We've been on this journey. This particular playthrough of Next Order has been going on for like 60 plus hours at this point. So the fact that we are only just getting this now is absolutely mind-boggling. But anyways, Holy Duty, I lost the realm of outdoor poop and I can no longer be as one. You can summon Gerald Panzer of the mod chip by striking the fossilized poop and letting the noise ring out. So I'm not going to be doing any striking of fossilized poop, mate, but we'll take your word for it. There isn't actually a bathroom here, so I don't know how this guy's going to flush himself. The sound of a flushing toilet rang out in the distance, so at least the game's got a bit of an awareness there. Alright guys, the next part of our Digi poop quest, you know, it makes me feel weird every time I say it, man. I can't imagine if, like, I always kind of go out on a limb and I think, what if someone new to the channel comes on and they click on this video first? What kind of impression are they going to get that we're running around doing this shit? They'll be like, oh, I've heard great things about Digimon World Next Order. I'm going to go check it out. And then they see this video and they're like, nah, not for me. Anyways, Taomon says that there's 6 remaining and the next stop is in Mod Cape. Maybe we can do that later. But for the most part, for now, our poop quest nonsense is donezo. There is one other mini kind of thing that we're going to be doing here in the volcano, guys. I'm gonna skip across to it. This is before we fight our Deadly Sins Digimon, which I did mention before the intro. We're going to be doing that in just a second, but before we get there, I'm going to do one last quick thing. So I'm going to see you guys there, and yeah, you'll find out what it is in just a minute. Alright guys, welcome back. This was not in my plans, but yeah, check this out. Was I covering dialogue in the after that last fight? I'm sorry about that, guys. If my webcam was down covering up what the Sukamon were saying, I apologise. But this was not what I planned, by the way. This is not what I was thinking about doing. But it's here now, so we're just gonna fucking deal with it. Minervamon is standing here. Hey, you're one of those whatchamacallums. What are they called again? Never mind. I think what she's looking for is the word human. Anyways, you're the one taking on requests from us Digimon, ain't ya? Not really. We're not really taking requests. We're not like just a like a fucking mercenary for hire. We don't just, well, I guess we are at this stage. I don't know why I'm trying to kid myself, but I wish they wouldn't assume that we can just fucking run about as our personal servants. I want to send a gift to my buddy, see. So Minervamon seems to have another friend. It is, of course, Dianamon. Cool. And we got a red gift box from Minervamon here. Diamond is somewhere in Absolute Zero, I think. Well, that kind of makes sense because Diamond is kind of one of these silver kind of... You could assume that she's like an ice type user. I don't think she is personally, but you know, she kind of looks like she would fit in at Absolute Zero. Anyways, Dianamon, a very nice looking Digi, in my opinion, is hanging out in Absolute Zero, and we have got a gift to take to them by Minervamon. Now, the fact that she didn't give us, well, she had a couple more dialogue lines there, but the fact that she didn't go into detail about this box is a little bit suspicious. But who knows? Maybe I'm just being overly acute. Maybe these guys are actually good friends, and maybe this will be a really easy recruitment for us. But anyways, we can keep that in mind next time we go to Absolute Zero, which might or might not be this episode. We will be going there at some point very soon, so maybe we can tie in that questline, which is awesome. Next up, what we're going to do, guys, is actually just visit Bomber Nanimon over here and hand in his parts. It's not an exciting questline. I apologise if you guys have seen this, but I thought in terms of kind of tying up some loose ends and finishing some main quests. Obviously, we were collecting some Bomber and Animon parts, so we're going to cash these in with the little fellow over here and see if he can't give us anything good. I don't think the reward's going to be insane, and he doesn't join the site, unfortunately, but maybe he can give us something useful. I'm not entirely sure. Let's find out. Hey, I see you got all the parts. Good job, he says. And we give him all of his bits and bobs back. So that was his left leg, left arm, and his main body. Bomber and Animon is regenerized, I guess, or regen back to normal. Right now, I can see what I wanted to say. What do you mean? Sorry, I've completely forgotten what it was I wanted to ask you, so a bit of a joke here. Although you've already done a lot of hard work for me, let's just put the past behind us. Here's a little something to say thanks. I think what Bomber and Animon was doing, he's referencing when he first spoke to us the first time, and he actually was gonna, he was gonna fight us, but then he exploded, I guess. We got this Digivolution stone here. These stones don't explode. If you want an explosion, then use them for Digivolution. I'm guessing, let's just have a quick peek. I'm not thrilled about this, guys, but I think it's going to be a Digivolution stone, right? 5 of them. If we want to become Bomber and Animon 5 times, then I guess we will be able to do that. Not super exciting. If anything, we're going to be handing these over to the giant bunny that we have in our Digimon dojo, and making sure that our bunny friend can help us digivolve. The only reason I've came into here, guys, is there is no exciting Digimon in here, unfortunately, but I did want to harvest this tree that's up ahead, not this one specifically, but you do actually get some decent Digimon boo from this one, so that's pretty good as well. It was this one here. We're going to pick up some firewood from this, and that'll help us kind of finish some of our upgrades. We actually get Godwood here as well. Wow, 5. Huh. I did not expect that, in all honesty. I wonder if we can get anything good from here as well. Can we maybe get some red stones or some shit? Can harvest this tree 3 times, which, oh wow. This is, the game's been good to us today. Red Digizoid, Chrome Digizoid, and like I said, I thought because we could harvest this tree 3 times that we wouldn't get anything decent, but yeah, I guess we're picking up some alright stuff. Cool. Alright, nice. Let's head back now. It's time, as I said, we're going to actually fight against our deadly Digimon now. I'm going to nip back across the volcano and meet you guys there. I'll see you in a bit. Alright, dudes and dudettes, welcome back. We are here in the fire circuit part of Logic Volcano, so it's pretty much the opposite kind of side from where we just were with Bomber and Animon and whatnot. And we are going to be meeting this fine lady here. This is obviously Lilithmon, as I'm sure you guys know. Now, before we talk to this young female here, we are going to be popping into our tamers, and I'm going to show you, not our tamers, I will pop in there in just a second, but attack skills, I want to show you guys really quickly that Earth Coat was the last ability we picked up from the Sukamon, which is actually a really nice acquisition, and that means that now our table is almost completely finished, apart from this one move here, which is the best ice move in the game, as I mentioned earlier. This is Aurora Freeze. We can get this from a number of Digimon in the game. It's not an ability that I am scared about not learning, because there is tons of Digimon that can teach you it. Vicmon was one of them, the Pirate King, we never picked it up that time. Lilithmon standing in front of us, funnily enough, despite the fact that she is sitting here in the Logic Volcano of all places, can also teach us Aurora Freeze. So let's just talk to her without further ado. So here she is here, Lilithmon. Wow, your coat is looking excellent today. I found you, Wolfie, was it? I am Lilithmon, one of the 7 deadly sins Digimon. You're the one who saved this world, aren't you? I heard the rumour and wondered exactly what you're made of, but you're such a scrawny runt. Colour me unimpressed. Now, I kind of want to just Leonidas kick Lilithmon straight into the lava behind her for such a filthy comment, but, you know, I guess we'll just do it, you know, the polite way, and just beat her ass in a straight up fight. I can't imagine you'd be able to satisfy me with some ellipsis on the end of that sentence. Kind of interesting. Oh well, I'll let you fight me to kill some time. Lilithmon, you're full of ambiguity, and it absolutely disgusts me. Geez, you're thick. Geez, you're thick. Looks like your brains needed some work too. Fine, this is simple. Come fight me. Let's do it. Alright, ho, let's dance. It's been a while since I fought. I won't forgive any negligence on your part. So, yeah, it seems like whatever it is Lilithmon's going to do when she joins the city, she'll probably get along with Aristodramon and all the kinky shit that he gets up to. But anyways, we're going to top these guys up. Lilithmon should not be too difficult for us to deal with. Our main thing that we're going to be keeping an eye on here, guys, is that she does use Aurora Freeze. She's going to just go straight into our ultimate, which is Phantom Pain. Seems like Lilithmon is a diehard MGS fan at this point. Okay, so Interesting. Couple of things to talk about here. First of all, Lilithmon's level 50, guys, and so therefore we have put down a fuck ton of damage on her already. She's not a fight that I'm scared to lose from. However, because again she is a deadly Digimon, she does so much damage to our guys, and we do so much damage back to her. So as a result, her limit break is actually one-shot Seraphimon. So I need to kind of keep an eye on him and make sure that shit doesn't happen again. Gonna tell him to defend as soon as he gets up. And then I'm going to tell him to catch one of these super recoveries. That is Aurora Freeze right there, ladies and gentlemen. I kind of missed it, unfortunately, because I was panning the camera, so I apologise for that. I could top Seraphimon up with another buffing item, but I'm actually just going to hang on to it. I don't think I need to. All we need to do is pay attention to our Lilithmon and make sure that whenever she uses a limit break, we catch that. So hopefully she'll use Aurora Freeze on us before the fight ends. That's a limit break. This time she's gone for Phoenixmon, so I'm going to catch that. Phantom Pain again. Nice zoom in on Lilithmon's face there. Nothing else to be talking about. And yeah, I'm looking for Aurora Freeze. I would love her to use it again. Although it looks like she's just going to get fucking demolished by both her guys. I'll tell them to defend for the time being. She's just going to get absolutely obliterated. Alright, I think she used it once in that fight. I don't know if the number of times she uses it affects how likely we are to pick up said ability, but we're just going to go out and pray. Again, if she doesn't give it to us, if she doesn't give the ability to us, then, you know, we're not going to be too fussed about it. Alright, thanks for that, Lilithmon. Tons of XP, and no ice move for us today, but again, that's okay. Ho ho, how enjoyable, Wolfie. Quite different from my vulgar battles with other deadly Digimon. You're quite interesting, human. Perhaps I can lend you a bit of help. Unlike the other 7 deadly Digimon, I can be quite accommodating. Again, with some ellipsis, the ... See you soon. Alright, Lilithmon. You go do your thing back at the side. Thanks very much. Alright, guys. Lilithmon and our great Jugs are back to the city, and we are going to move on swiftly with our episode and find out what else we're going to be up to. So I'm going to find my autopilots. One thing I should have pointed out before this moment in time is that when we were actually travelling from Bomber and Animon to here, what I did was I autopiloted back to the city, and then I used Birdramon to get back to the volcano just to save ourselves like a couple of hours of in-game time. We've got so much money, I know it's lazy, but at the same time, don't give a fuck. When we travel back to the city, we actually cashed in a tamer level up, so we've got a tamer... bit of tamer XP to play with as well, because we already had one of those before and we didn't actually use the skills that we acquired, so we should have a lot of points. Wolfie, Lilithmon's back, she's meant to the Dimension District, and the prosperity is now 172. Alright, awesome. So guys, with all this in mind, there is one other thing that I want to do today before we get on to our next main agenda, and that is to actually go to... my main agenda is to go to Absolute Zero today, but before we do that, there's one other thing I want to do inside the server desert, and it's not particularly... well, it's kind of exciting actually. I'll show you guys in a minute, but first what I want to do is try and proc this this level up of the restaurant, which is over here, so that we can put on our next upgrade. So here we go. Restaurant is looking absolutely fandabby-dozy now. It's got a little street lamp outside. Were these street lamps always here? I don't know, but Floatia is looking absolutely balling at this point. Business district has gained the grade. Fantastic. I think that is the restaurant maxed out, which means that when we go inside, we will have other dishes to kind of use and cook with. Now, these guys aren't hungry just yet, so we're not going to touch on that too much, but we will maybe have a look later on when we come back if we have time at the end of the episode. Till then, I do want to pop across here to the fishing hole, and I want to bang on this upgrade. Well, speak about banging on. I've banged on about this enough already, so I'm not going to spend too much time here. I was looking at some of our other upgrades. Jijimon's house we're very close to. We only need 6 Godwood, so that's kind of cool. But for now, I'm going to put this on. The entertainment district is looking extremely barren without these fishing holes being upgraded already. So I really want to get that upgrade on, and I think that will allow us to kind of progress towards our fishing quest as well. So as I said, we are going to go to the Server Desert Hinterlands today, and we are going to talk to a Digimon. Now this Digimon, I'm not going to spoil who it is, but I can tell you before we get there that this Digimon does not fight us. He is one of these guys, or at least he doesn't fight us as far as I'm aware. For the time being, he is just going to send us on a little fetch quest, and he's going to tell us to get something specific. I don't know how these Goblinmon caught us, but anyways, I don't think this fight is going to last more than one AoE ability. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Goblinmon, you might be able to fight us when we are small and cuddly, but right now we are not small and we are not cuddly, so forgive us for that one. Yeah, this Digimon I never actually acquired in my last playthrough. 100%, I know this for a fact, there is one of the Digimon we're about to speak to, but then he also has a friend that is tied to him. I didn't acquire any of those two Digimon, so I don't know what it is they do when they get back to the city. I don't know if they join the space-time transporter. I don't know if they offer us any kind of extra services. So whatever happens, I am kind of excited to find out. But yeah, we're going into the Tower Road part. We haven't been up here at the big tower since we fought against the Enforcer back in the day, and this area kind of locked off. But down here we have a Kaiser Greymon, ladies and gentlemen, one absolute beast. This was one of the Digivolution things that we could have went into, one of the Digivolution lines we could have went into with our Phoenixmon. If we had not went into Phoenixmon, we could have went into Kaiser Greymon. It would have been a harder jump, but in the end, this Digimon is still to be unlocked in terms of our Digivolution tree. But anyways, let's just talk to him. Are you one of those? Oh yeah, you're a human, says Kaiser Greymon. They call me Emperor Greymon. For some reason, I cannot go in. I cannot get into that. I'm trying to gather up some energy. Said energy can be refined through several means, but all of them take too much time. My comrade Magnagarurumon is gathering materials for me, but there is not nearly enough. We're going to offer him some help. What? I can't tell you why I'm doing this, but you'll help me anyway? Are all humans like you? No, just the stupid ones like us, the ones that get landed with all the work and just have to do it. Perhaps this is a special trait that only you possess. I can see it in your eyes. If that's the case, then I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. The truth is the energy is for reviving Susanamon. Interesting. Susanamon, a slumbering thunder god of war. When the world faces peril, he is to revive and swing his righteous blade. Or so they say, but some unknown outside force blocks the energy, blah blah blah. Okay, I've mastered a method of refining the energy. What I need is for you to find me some objects. I need 10 types of energy to revive him. Fire, light, ice, wind, lightning, dark, earth, wood, water, and steel. Mate, you're not asking for fucking much then. Do we have to get all these? We already have a few of these. Alright, thank God. Magnagarurumon is off to retrieve them. What we lack are the wood, wind, and earth. So it looks like we need to get 3 things for Kaiser Greymon. First is the wood. Bring me some ivy from the Palace of Thorns. That is absolutely something we can do. So we're not going to run straight there and pick that up for young Kaiser here, or Emperor Greymon as he seems to enjoy going by. We're not going to do that for him right now, but we are going to go and pick that up at some point. I thought it would be better to proc him now, and that means that when we go past the Palace of Thorns next time around, we should be able to just kind of snatch that. So yeah, in the Aguino Wastelands, blah blah blah. Let's autopilot back to the city and head along to Absolute Zero. So here we go. We have our gift box as well. So if we do bang into Dianamon, which is not the reason I'm going to Absolute Zero, if we do bang into her, then we might be able to hand that over at the same time. So that is cool beans. We could just travel there immediately, which is exactly what I'm about to do. But for the first things first, we have 25 tamer points to use. So let's have a look at spending some of these. We could take up an extra backpack, which I would love to do at this point. But honestly, I think there's other things we could choose to do. I'm thinking that we could probably put points into our fishing, because we're going to be doing that soon. But I also think we should probably put some into our harvesting so that we can actually pick up some things. In fact, this would that takes 20. I don't know how much of each of these we need. We definitely will be picking up wood soon for the Godwood, so I'm going to take this. In fact, guys, I think I'm just going to... Let's take the metal one, and... yeah, let's take the stone one as well. Or liquid. We are going to be upgrading our... Fuck it, okay, liquid, man. That's a lot of points invested there, guys. We could take this one as well while we're here, but I'm thinking about keeping that for the fishing one. Fuck it. We're just going to... we're going to consider this session an upgrade of all our mining stuff. What I am expecting, guys, is when we excuse me, when we end up grinding our Digimon back up to Mega Digivolution, you know, when we have, in order to do the Darkdramon quest, we need an extra Bancholeumon Digivolution. We need a Digivolution. Sorry, I was trying to do it. My brain was like just... Anyways, we need Bancho, right? And when we level our Digimon back up, then we're going to be doing a lot of battling as part of the grind. When we do all those battles, we're going to be picking up a lot of Tamer XP, and that is hopefully going to get us up a few extra levels as well. So if you're worried about me wasting potential upgrade points there, some extra Tamer points, don't get too mad about it, because honestly we're going to be acquiring a lot more Tamer XP in not too short a time anyway. So yeah, we're going to just trundle onto Absolute Zero. I'm going to meet you guys at the entrance hall once we get there and once I feed these guys, so I'll be back in just a little second. Alright dudes, the reason I did another time skip there is because I also wanted to run around and harvest some of the materials in this area. Turns out we didn't actually get anything exciting, but we're about to pop into Absolute Zero's Frost Cathedral just now. But I wanted to give you guys the option to do something, okay? When we enter into the Frost Cathedral here in the entrance hall, there are 2 important Digimon that we're not going to be fighting just now at this point in time. We're going to be fighting them this episode, but if you don't want that spoiled for us, then close your eyes now and I'll tell you guys when to open your eyes. I just thought this would be like a fun thing to do. There, as I said, there is a spoiler set of Digimon in here in just a second. I'm going to tell you when I go in, but if you don't want to see it, close your eyes now and don't open them again until we get through into the next area. Okay, so I'm going in just now, and I'll keep you guys informed of what's happening. But yeah, nothing to see here. There aren't 2 exciting Digimon that we're going to bypass and come back to in a minute. But anyways, you guys can open your eyes again now. And we're back here in this little area. Now, there is a ton of Digimon in here that are obviously going to get in our way. But where we are heading towards in the beginning is directly through to that little area you can see in the background there. See that 2-bit with the 2 torches? The data torches, I guess they are. It's the only way I can describe them. We're going to be heading back through this area behind the Meramon. And there is a couple of Digimon that we can speak to in here. Now, I know where Dianamon is in terms of delivering Dianamon's stuff, but for the time being, we're not going to be heading in that direction first. We're going to be getting some I wanted to say entertaining Digimon, some interesting Digimon. I'm so used to talking about the sewer Digimon that I'm like mad triggered at this point. Every Digimon we fight against, I'm like, guys, I promise they're exciting, I promise. Yeah, I hope you understand. It is what it is. We're gonna get these guys out of the way and then nip down into this next little area. Now, luckily for us, our newest Digimon that we're going to encounter, that we're going to be able to speak to, is just down here to our right. But firstly, I want to point out that this big area in the background, see that big doorway with the kind of dotted lines that indicate that that is somewhere we can travel through? Obviously, that never used to be here the last time we came into this specific part of the Frost Cathedral, so that is now unlocked us, which is kind of exciting. Here is a big fluffy looking Digimon, although I shouldn't really be calling it that because I'm pretty sure this Digimon is super strong. This is Cherubimon, ladies and gentlemen. You there, I have judged you as a hero of pure heart and find myself in need of your assistance. So for the first time ever, we encounter a Digimon who finally just, you know, acknowledges us for being a good person and doesn't like, you know, isn't suspicious of us. Cherubimon needs our help regardless. Maybe she's just lying. Maybe she thinks we're a bunch of fucking evil bastards, but she just needs us to do whatever it is that she wants anyway, so I don't know. I am Cherubimon, one of the beings known as the Celestial Digimon. Recently, I have felt a presence of tremendous evil. Holy fuck words today. Oozing from the concealed gorge ahead of there. So the concealed gorge is that little area that we've just spoke about to the side there, behind the Meramon. This presence grows by the day, and were it to break free, maybe it could cover this entire world. Well, that's pretty entertaining. There was a good Mega Digimon such as I to make contact with it, and were a good Digimon such as I to make contact with this pure evil, I fear the corruption might infect me. That is why, pure-hearted hero, I need you to rout this evil in my place. So, Cherubimon, whether she's telling the truth or not, is scared that she's going to be corrupted and therefore she's going to send us to do her beck and call. Let's check the Digimon and get a bit more info here. A wicked aura. There is an aura, wicked of wickedness. I'm not even going to fucking read this, but basically there's an evil bastard sleeping in the concealed gorge. We're going to go in there and chat to this guy. Now, I really would love for Meramon to fuck off here. So if I could just slide through into this area without him hitting us, that'd be great. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when we first entered the Frost Cathedral, or when we were first exploring it, we were told by Agamon outside that there was actually a sleeping Digimon in here. And it looks like this Digimon here is that sleeping Digimon. This is, of course, Belphimon, ladies and gentlemen. I wasn't familiar with this guy before I played through this game, but Belphimon is one of our Deadly Sins Digimon. Now, he has 2 forms. Right now, he is in his SM form, which stands for sleeping mode, I believe. And yeah, he's sleeping. He doesn't look particularly ominous, in all honesty. He doesn't look particularly evil, but based on everything that we've heard about this guy, is actually pretty suspicious, and, you know, we have to deal with him. Who dares disturb my slumber? You would bring calamity upon yourself. I am Belphimon, one of the 7 Deadly Sins Digimon. As you can see, I'm trying to sleep. Won't you let me in? So this particular Digimon governs the attribute of sloth, or he represents sloth in terms of the Deadly Sins, because obviously he sleeps all the time, sloth being laziness and whatnot. But anyways, level 48, not a particularly hard fight. Luckily we don't have to fight him when he's in his other mode, which is his rage mode, because that might be a whole nother kettle of fish. Belphimon rage mode is one of the super powerful Digimon that we utilised in Hacker's memory because he had I think it was an AoE. Was it an AoE death pen? If it wasn't AoE, it was a really fucking strong death pen. I think it had like triple dark attack or some shit. I actually needed to raise that Digimon in order to fight against, I think it was it Leopardmon? Leopardmon in the bonus content of Cyber Sleuth 1? I can't remember. But anyways, he was a fucking solid ass Digimon. And as you can see, he's kind of putting us through our paces as well. I haven't bothered to put buffs on these guys because I honestly think that they'll be able to handle this guy without the buffs. And yeah. I don't think he has... Is that another limit break? Are you doing that again? I think it is. He was pointing towards Phoenixmon, so I don't know who he's going for. Non-Malik is going to be Seraphimon. Yeah, of course. Absolutely, of course. Honestly, I should have known that because he had no opportunity to switch his attack abilities there or to switch his targets. We are going to just try and finish this guy off without too much hassle. I was kind of hoping that he would teach us Aurora Freeze, but unfortunately he does not. It is what it is. And yeah, 15k, 15.5, pretty good. Lots of stats, lovely. Let's talk to this guy. Belfin1, what's up, dude? We didn't really want to fight you, but you gave us no choice. Plus Cherubimon was out there, and she might have fought as if we didn't fight you. It's a bit of a vicious cycle, mate. Unfortunately, you're at the end of it, but very well. I acknowledge your strength, he says. I suppose this is all I can muster in sleep mode. The Demon World we 7 Digimon reign over has been lost, and so I moved to this land. I don't care where I am, as long as I can rest the city, you say. Sounds like I might as well go there. And just like that, Belfamon acquired. So that is another Deadly Sins Digimon down, ladies and gentlemen. We've beaten 2 in this episode, and that feels really good. Now, I don't want to fight against Meramon because despite the fact he's not a deadly Digimon, he is pretty terrifying when he fucking charges us. The evil, it disappeared, says Cherubimon. Thanks to you, the evil that has threatened this world is gone. I guess he's just referred to that particular one because obviously we haven't defeated all the deadly Digimon. Continue to watch over this world with your pure heart. And Cherubimon joins society as well. Meramon, are you going to be right behind us? No, you're not. Fantastic. Alright, guys. We are going to do a little bit of another wander through Absolute Zero while we're here. I wasn't planning on doing this immediately at this point in time. I was thinking about going back out into the entrance hall, but I guess while we're here we could probably interact with some other guys. So let's have a little look. You'll notice first of all that if you guys watched the earlier episodes, this place was infested with Ice Garurumon, or just regular Garurumon, I guess, because they're... Yeah, anyways. Couple of Garurumon in here. They're no longer here, and it's because this Digimon up ahead has taken residence here. This is Lucimon, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, pretty exciting. This guy is available as a rookie in the game. This is, I think this is Lucimon. This is not FM. This is something else. I guess we'll just talk to him and find out, right? This is just regular Lucimon. So I'm pretty sure you can get this guy as a rookie. His stats are astronomically high, and he is one of the most difficult Digimon to get if you're... I don't know, maybe that's up for debate, maybe he's not that difficult, but in terms of when you place him next to the stats you need for other rookies, he comes nowhere close. He's got very high stats, and if you want to go for a super powerful Digimon, then this guy is definitely in the conversation. I've been watching you ever since you arrived in this world. You humans are so interesting, good, evil, black and white. You guys are you all like to put things in their place. What do you think when you look at me? Does this appearance look virtuous? How exactly can you tell stuff like that? Now then, how about this appearance? And he does a little bit of a shimmy here. And this is him in his fighting mode. If I were to put it in human terms, my existence has transcended the concepts of good and evil. I wonder how you try to define me. Would you just use black or white, or would you use good and evil? Dude, shut your face. I'm kind of fed up with your nonsense. As much as we respect and love you, we are going to tango. Now, Lucimon is going to be a little bit harder than the other Digimon we fought against today. He is level 58, and for that reason alone, I think these guys deserve a utility plug-in S. Now this guy can hit us like you know, put a lot of damage down on us because of the light-dark kind of balance that we talked about before. We're going to hurt him a lot, but he is going to hurt us a lot in return. All his damage is going to do 1.5 times the attack, and that makes his limit breaks in particular super threatening. Just as I say that, it looks like he's gone for Seraphimon. As I play more and more of these fights, guys, I tend to find that I'm starting to wonder if the enemy Digimon, if their limit breaks are placed on like a segment, depending on their health bar. So you know when you get him down like a quarter of his HP, I think he actually uses a limit break, and then just there we got him down another chunk, put him down to like maybe 2/4. I don't know. It's not halfway, but you know, maybe like 2/3 or some shit, then he uses another one. And for the time being, he's not going to do another limit break until we get him down to like 1/3 of his HP. Again, that's just based on my observations alone. That is only an eye test. There is no data there to back that theory up. But anyways, luckily we have Seraphimon and Phoenixmon who put down a fuck ton of damage. There is another limit break, which again makes sense. I don't think he's changed focus, so I'm just going to tell Seraphimon to defend this, despite the fact he looks like he was going for Phoenixmon. I should mention, guys, there is more information to talk about in regards to Lucimon in particular. I'm going to try and get to our double limit break here and just finish this guy off in style. There are other things that we need to talk about in terms of Lucimon. He is obviously the leader of the 7 Deadly Sins Digimon. I say obviously, but that's really not fair for me to say because some of you guys might not know that, and I myself I wasn't familiar with these Digimon until I played through this particular game, so I didn't know he was the leader either. Now you might be thinking, as the leader, why are we fighting him now? He was super easy. He wasn't that much of a challenge. We didn't need to use that many recoveries. We kicked his ass. He was stunned a lot, and we took full advantage of that. He is not in his final form, guys. I'm just going to lay it out on the table. Lucimon is going to piss off into the Absolute Zero, further into Absolute Zero, into the Frost Cathedral right now, as you guys are going to see, and we will fight him again later. So if you're feeling that that particular fight was a bit underwhelming, don't worry about it. I have my words left you perplexed. I sense some hesitation in your battle, but I think you should know the answer. That strength of yours, let me think of you as a force of good. If that's what you say, pure, so good. Oh, sorry. It is what you let you stay so pure, so good, has it not? Nothing to say in reply, blah blah blah, until we meet again next time. And there he goes, off he pops. So, unfortunately, I didn't want to fight Lucimon right now. I wanted to leave that fight for later on and kind of do that in a build up to his final fight. But in order to get through to Dianamon here, we did have to tangle with him. So yeah, it's just something we had to get out of the way just now. He is not a particularly thrilling, super difficult fight. I mean, again, we do extra damage to him, so maybe because of that reason, I'm going to use the pause for... Okay, that didn't even work. Okay, can I've never done this before, guys, but you can actually use like the pause function to drop aggro. A couple of you guys have talked about that before in the comments, and honestly, I didn't want to use it when we were playing through our main game because I thought it was kind of cheesy. But there will be times I will be using it here just to save us a bit of time and save us a bit of hassle. I will try not to over spam it, but anyways, yeah. Lucimon, we'll come back to him later on. He is waiting for us somewhere in the Frost Cathedral in this maze of teleportation devices and whatnot, but we'll come back to him later. Dianamon's here, what's up? Well look, what have we here, a human? Don't act so friendly. Did you need something from me? I mean, actually, we're here to give you something. A present from Minervamon. We hand it over. This box design, there's no doubt from where it came from. Now let's see what's inside. Huh? And then it looks like she says, thanks for bringing this, Wolfie. As you're going to see Minervamon again, you see, I want to give something in return, but unfortunately I don't have anything on me. Would you deliver a handwritten letter for me instead? Dianamon wrote a letter, you got it, and we pick it up from her. Okay, so now, unfortunately, we have to take that all the way back to Minervamon. Now, luckily, when we do that later on, I won't be doing it this episode, I don't think, folks, because the Dianamon Minervamon quest is a bit of a back and forth, unfortunately. You do have to do a bit of travelling here and there. So I won't be doing that just now, you guys will be pleased to know. But when we do come around to do it, I'll make sure that we do some time skips and that you guys don't have to sit through it. But anyways, speaking of time skips, I think I'm going to do one here, guys, just to kind of keep the episode trim and whatnot. I'm going to come back in just a second when we will be heading back to the entrance of the Frost Cathedral, and we're going to be tangling against 2 new powerful Digimon. I'll see you guys there. Alright guys, I'm going to catch you back in right now because there's something important going on. We are going to be diving straight into the entrance hall, as I said, but I want to do something really quick, and that is, if you'll notice in the top corner, we have 11 seconds left of this area, so I'm going to talk to these guys very quickly and give you guys an introduction here. Now, I'm sorry I couldn't have done this in a more grander... you know, I couldn't have given these guys a bit more of a hype entrance. I wanted to kind of stand in front of them and bring you guys before we went into the room, but the reason I've done it this way is because if we are able to fight these guys before midnight, we will be able to use our EXE for the day, and then when we sleep and wake up tomorrow, we should still have EXE available to us in the fresh day. So there is a bit of a strategy there. It seems a bit try-hard in all honesty, but I kind of failed to give you guys the hype introduction that I wanted you to with these two fellows, but that is the reason I've done that. Here we have Gankomon and Jessamon. Now, some of you guys will have known that these guys were here. Some of you might have been peeking earlier when we ran through the entrance hall, so maybe it's not that much of a surprise. But for you guys earlier who closed your eyes and then saw this, I can apologise. I would have liked to have done this a bit better, but anyways, These two fellows are part of the Holy Knight crew, and they are an extremely hard fight. And the reason I wanted to rush kind of our bit here where we kind of ran into the room and spoke to them instantly is because I know we're going to need to EXE for this fight. If I didn't mention that earlier, I should have, because these guys are particularly tough. One of the hardest fights in the game, hands down. Because obviously you have to fight both of them at once. Jijimon, for those of you that don't know, is Gankumon's apprentice. We had our very own Gankumon earlier on in the series. Very powerful Digimon, and we're going to be putting ourselves to the grind against these guys and seeing how we fare. Yes, that's right. Alright then, how about a friendly battle? So just like with everybody else, all the tough Digis, these guys want to fight. Master Gankumon, should we not first check and make sure they had made the necessary preparations? He gives us a bit of an opportunity, which is fair. If you don't want to fight these guys, you don't have to immediately. Unlike Lucimon, which I might point out. Lucimon just dove, as soon as we spoke to him, he fired us straight into a battle, which is a bit unfair. But anyways, you're raring to go, as they say. Well then, come at me at full force, says Gankumon. Now, I am going to be paying attention to this fight a lot, guys. We are going to be EXEing in order to get through it, and you guys are going to see why. Now, unfortunately, before this fight started, I didn't get a chance to use some MP items, which I really should have done, in all honesty. We're going to be using our most powerful boosts on our Digimon today, our Utility Plugin X, just for this fight alone, because these guys are pretty tough. It's not just the fact that these guys do a lot of damage to us, it's the fact that they take a lot of pain and don't really budge. So, as I said, in order to make this fight go as smoothly as we can, we are just going to try and get ourselves up to our EXE and tangle with them that way. I mean, judging by the damage we're doing, we could maybe handle them without EXE, but honestly, we haven't used that ability in quite some time. So, yeah. Here's Quick Blast Firefather. It's been a while since we saw this, but of course this is Gankumon's Limit Break, and it looks like Jijimon's actually about to use his limit. Oh no, okay, that was Twister. Jijimon can actually do a Limit Break as well, guys. So now that Gankumon has used his, you can't assume that we're off the hook here. I actually think she might be doing it, or he might be doing it here. I'm not entirely sure. I lost control of Seraphimon there because of the stun. Here we go. So Judgment of the Blades. This is a really cool animation, in my opinion. Jijimon is an absolute beast. We take it, and Gankumon's going to hit us with another Limit Break. So as you can see, if we thought it was bad enough fighting one of these fucking Digimon and the spam of Limit Breaks, then imagine fighting two of them, because they don't hold back. If we give it another like 20 seconds, I'm going to assume that we're going to see another Limit Break coming out from these guys. But anyways, I do think we could actually, based on how we're handling this fight so far, guys, I think we could have probably handled this without EXE. But the fact is, it is just a couple of minutes before midnight and we haven't EXE'd today, so we're just going to fucking use it. Honestly, we haven't played about with Paladramon that much, and so for us to pull it out of the bag now feels okay. We haven't used EXE at all in the last few episodes. We haven't really needed to. And yeah, why not use the function when it's here? So we're going to sit through this, and we can skip this if we want, but we haven't done it in a while, so we're just going to let Paladramon have his moment. And yeah, we're going to be using EXE at some point very soon, guys, because there is a fight coming up that we will definitely 110% need EXE for. It's not like today where I was like, we're probably going to need it for these guys, and then we find out we actually do quite a lot of damage against them. We're going to be using EXE later on against one of the fights that we have upcoming. It probably won't be in this episode, but it will be very soon. And I'm super excited to that, or to see that fight at least. So Gankumon's down pretty low at this point. I think he's probably, yeah, he is using his Limit Break. I thought that I saw the question mark spinning around one of the Digimon there, and I thought it was Gankumon, but apparently it wasn't. So yeah, it was us, which is a bit of a pain. Once we get one of these guys out of the fight, it should be a lot more easy to keep an eye on the Limit Break scenario and not get cheesed like as much. We've kind of changed targets here, so I'm just going to actually tell young Paladramon here to change targets and go for Gankumon again, because it only makes sense to try and finish him off. I think what actually happens, yeah, so the reason he's done that is because he was confused there. I think that's the reason why he changed targets. Obviously AoE moves are welcome. That is a Limit Break, so we've got another Quake Blast coming. We'll try and dodge this as best we can, and yeah, I think we should be okay, guys. Obviously we have tons and tons of recoveries. Jijimon's going to go ahead and use his Limit Break. Now I'm kind of worried here, because if our I don't know, there's a funny mechanic in this game, whereas if you tell your guy to block while he's blocking, it cancels his block. That's exactly what happened here. I thought that Paladramon had actually finished blocking, and I then cancelled his block, which was fucking obviously not what we wanted in the slightest, but yeah, it is what it is. Gankamon, I'm pretty sure you're about to be put down, my friend. Just a couple more moves and you will be done, so my friend. And then we can hopefully save our limit break up. Oh, there's a Jijimon limit break. We will get the defense in this time. You can kind of see, guys, if you don't have EXE, how difficult and expensive this fight would be. You need to be able to take... You need to be able to take a boatload of damage, and you also need to be able to be quite quick on the defensive keys. Keep an eye on the limit breaks and not mistake. Like, for example, when Gankamon there uses Flamestorm, it looks like he's about to do his limit break. He does the kind of Dragon Ball Z power up thing. So it's a bit, you've kind of got to keep an eye on that. These guys are both close to being dead. I could use our ultimate, but honestly I think 1 AoE. Oh, there we go. Gankamon gets Mac jabbed in the face for the disrespect, and then we finish off Jijimon with the Positron laser. So, very, very interesting fight, guys. A bit messy on my behalf, in all honesty. Jijimon lagging balls all over the screen, but yeah, that is one of the toughest fights we've had so far in the game. It's not as noticeable because recently we've been doing so many kind of tough battles, and so our stats have been going up and up and up every single time we fight against someone, but still a pretty difficult fight. We needed to use EXE there, I'm pretty sure, otherwise we would have used like a ton of super recoveries. We could have probably done it, but it would have just been me pushing triangle and then X over and over as I use recoveries on our Digimon, so I don't know. It is what it is. A pretty entertaining fight. Let's find out what these two big guys have to say. I really like Jijimon, dude. I don't know. Obviously, we had Gankamon in the series. Jijimon is just such a beast. I think it's the fact that he flies. Don't know how... I always point this out, but I don't know how useful his like regular life's going to be. Like, I guess he does actually have hands. I've never noticed that before. He has hands, but his swords are attached to them. I don't know. He has sword legs, though. But who needs legs when you can fly, right? Who knows? Jijimon, with this we can lend you our power without concern. Glad you think so too. Now then, we'll go to the city. I look forward to when we meet against this Gankamon. A little dialogue with these guys, but honestly, that's absolutely fine with me. And boom de yada. So for the most part, that is us for the Frost Cathedral in this part of the playthrough, guys. We have just beaten Belphemon, we have recruited Cherubimon, and we have also defeated Gankamon and Jijimon, which were pretty tough guardians of this place, in all honesty. We've still got Dynamon's later, so we will be coming back here later, and we will also be coming back to fight Lucimon in his final form at some point, so you guys can look forward to that shit. But for now, let's pop back to the city really quickly. You back, Wolf? You have good news. Cherubimon's here. What's he going to have been getting up to? He went to the item shop. Interesting. I never actually expected that. I thought that at this point of the game, everybody who joined the item shops or joined the city were going to be going to like the Dimension District, but it's nice to see that there are still some regular kind of bonus things given to us added on at the end of the game like this, so that's pretty cool. Jijimon has joined the city. He's went to the Dimension District, maybe has business with the Royal Knights. Gankamon's here. He's went there as well, and he's curious about the space-time transporter. Belphemon has also went to the Dimension District. I wonder what an original Deadly Digimon is planning to do there. So it's quite interesting that the Deadly Digimon and the Royal Knights are hanging out in the same place. I don't think those guys get along very well, but anyways, Prosperity is 177. Pretty good episode, guys, so far, and we're getting closer and closer to that 200 prosperity, which is nice. To think that when we finished our main campaign, I think our prosperity was like 123 or something like that, 123. Now we've got up to 177 in only 6 episodes. It feels pretty good. I don't know if there's anything else we have to do this episode. Honestly, it's kind of pushing on a bit as it is anyway. But did we just get a Digimail? Interesting. Didn't expect that, but anyways. I'm going to feed these guys some, I guess we can give them some well done meat. Top quality and absolute. Alright, let's give them some best meat, fuck it. Kind of deserve it. Way up to bond, little stronger, strength +3. Alright, cool. Alright, what is in the Digimail then? Let's have a look at this, because I didn't expect this. Horrible, says Koromon. Just after I got back from resupplying items, I was at the lake in front of the town and someone hit me from behind. I just know that it was Mega Jijimon from the Ruins Lake, but he's acting like he had nothing to do with it. Now, I don't know why Mega Jijimon would attack Koromon, and if he got hit in the back of the head, how the fuck does he know it's Mega Jijimon? I guess Mega Jijimon is the only one there. That's good to know, guys. It means that we have something lined up for our next episode. Let's talk to Bottomon here and see if he can also give us a bit of a clue as to what's happening in the future. Now, unfortunately, he's going to tell us all about the dragon, like he does this every time, the dragon type, that's Darkdramon. Listen up, a devilish Digimon has appeared in Brawny Resort. We know about that before as well when he told us this last time. So, just a reminder that we do have this waiting for us. That's pretty exciting. And it looks like there's a tomboy Digimon in Logic Volcano. Apparently, it's some kind of god, but who knows? Okay, interesting, guys. A lot of exciting things have went on today. I think we could probably finish up by going along to the shops and having a look at Cherubimon and finding out what it is that he offers to us just before we wrap our episode up here. So, I don't know, did I have anything else lined up? Gankimon and Jessamon, they were the final thing that I think I wanted to do today. Kaiser Greymon questline, we can obviously pick up as we go, but I think we're going to be wandering around collecting resources soon anyway, when we, in order to upgrade some of our other places, some of our other buildings in the city, sorry. And so we can probably pick up some moss and shit when we go to collect things. Let's talk to Cherubimon here. He fits into this nice little space that I've never noticed before. I don't know, did boxes used to be here? You came at just the right time, Wolfie. I've just finished my preparations. I am selling rare and valuable items. Can I interest you in something? Because these items are rare. I may not always have any in stock, but I do also buy items. Oh, interesting. Okay, Cherubimon, what's he got for us in his limited stock, in his limited supply? Looks like, wow, we've got Metal Greymon Digivolution Stone, a bunch of Digivolution Stones for of all different shapes and colours, which is kind of nice. Garudamon, so it looks like Magnangemon. These are all Ultimate Digimon. Sudamon, Lilymon, Angemon, Paladimon, Wargroundmon, Rapidmon. Insane. And they're not actually that expensive. Now, it looks like maybe once you buy these, they're not available anymore. Or maybe the stock changes here and there. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, that's kind of exciting. I guess we can use Cherubimon at some point if we want a specific Ultimate Digimon. Or maybe even just want to buy some stones to sell at the Digivolution Dojo again as well. I don't know. We can leave it up to choice. Going to top up on our some of our items while we are here. And yeah, for the most part, I think we're pretty good, guys. We'll fix our tent, and then I'm going to stop in at the stock market real quick and keep an eye. See if we can't make some of our money back, because that is something I should be doing. We will have our meat and all that shit to pick up, but I think we'll do that at the start of tomorrow's episode. I might even do it off screen, depending. We do have our food to look at as well. I probably should have done that when our guys were hungry, but anyways. Do we have anything to sell here? Our pots are now up to 132, so I think, seeing as we've never sold anything in what feels like my whole life, we're actually just going to sell these right now. Sell all 99, it's going to give us 13k, which honestly doesn't feel like that much, but whatever. The pots were the cheapest item we could buy here inside the stock market, sorry guys. Unfortunately, it's the scrolls, it's these bad boys. When these go red, that's when we know we're cashing in. We bought these at 28, they're down to 25, which is even cheaper than before, which technically means we should buy some extra, but I can't really be arsed. Looks like the rugs are also on their way up as well, so if they're inclining to a higher price, then that's fantastic as well. And the bone ornaments are cheap, so we don't need to worry about those. Okay, cool guys. We'll have a quick peek in the restaurant, because as I said, we acquired an upgrade earlier on, and I just want to make sure that we, what is the final thing we can buy from Seraphimon here. Looks like luxury stew is now available to us. Costs us 50k, just like fucking everything else he can offer us, but we can get massive boosts to our Digifriend Bond's strength, speed, stamina. I mean, it's pretty insane to think how fast we would be able to punch our stats up if we just had a few of these in a row. This one doesn't give us as much of our like strength and speed and stuff, but it gives us MP, and it also it fills us up less, so the satiety is less, so you'd be able to eat more of these per eating session, I guess. Kind of interesting, guys. I think that is the restaurant fully upgraded. I'm not sure. We can maybe check in tomorrow, but regardless, I'm doing a lot of rambling towards the end of this part, so I'm just going to take us back to the main square here. I'm going to finish things off, do a little recap, and talk about what we're going to be doing tomorrow. So it is 7 AM, almost bang on the nose with our two guys here. McDuff and McGruff have been exceptional today, as always. We started off by doing the toilet quest and topologic volcano. That is the third part of the 7 I think we have to do, or is it 8? I don't know, but we've done 3 out of the remaining amount, so we only have a few of those left, which is kind of cool. Again, it's just something I want to push through. After this, we went along to Bomber Nanimon, did that shit, then we acquired Lilithmon and got her. We didn't learn Aurora Freeze, which I could have maybe we could have done that when we were at absolute 0, but that will just give us another objective for the future. We'll get Aurora Freeze at some point soon. We can actually acquire it on non-stop demand, if you like. We can get it from a Digimon who respawns constantly inside Absolute 0. So we'll maybe do that at some point soon and finish out our move charts, because as I said earlier, give you guys a quick peek at this. Our move table is almost complete apart from Aurora Freeze, which is this last one here. So that'll be exciting. I don't actually think I've ever done that before. I got all of the abilities bar 1 when I was playing through the game the first time around, and when I made my attack skills video. So if there's a trophy for unlocking all the moves, I don't know if I've got that before. Maybe you guys will see that. It'd be cool to see a trophy at some point in this Let's Play, but anyways, whatever. And then after Lilithmon, we went along to, where did we go? Kaiser Greymon started his quest line. We have to go to the Palace of Thorns at some point, pick up his first part of his 3 fetch quest, which is cool. We also banged into Minervamon, I should say, inside the volcano, who sent us to Diamond. She sent us back to Minervamon. So if we go back to Logic Volcano at some point soon, we will be able to cash that in and see what happens from that point of the quest onwards. I have a feeling that they're going to send us back to Absolute Zero. So maybe we can tie that in with our objective of getting on our Aurora Freeze. We can maybe tie those two together. That would be pretty sick. And yeah, the obvious things that happened after that were Belphemon and Cherubimon. They came hand in hand. Belphemon is that like the third 7 Deadly Sins Digimon? We beat Lucimon as well. So we're on like 3 or 4 of those out of 7. We've done Lilithmon, Cherubimon, Beelzemon, not Cherubimon, sorry, Belphemon. So I think we've done 3. If there's another one that I can't remember, I'm not sure. But 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, no, we're good. That's it. We've done 3 so far. So that's pretty cool as well. And then obviously we finished off with Gankamon and Jessamon, which we were required to EXE for. So a pretty jam-packed episode, guys. It was a bit of a long one, as I said. So hopefully I can maybe trim that down a little bit, keep it smooth for you guys. But yeah, I'm sorry we missed a couple of episodes over the last few days, or the last day or whatever. I'm not sure what my schedule's going to be. But these bonus episodes will be coming out a little bit more slowly and less consistently than our regular series, because obviously now that the regular series is donezo, I want to kind of ease off a little bit. But that being said, I will try and bring them out as quickly as I can in all my free time, and try and push those until we get to our 200 prosperity at least, and try and finish some of these post-game quests. I don't know how many bonus episodes we're going to have at this point. I'm pretty sure this is a record in terms of the channel at this point. We've not done more than 6 bonus episodes before, I don't think, even for Digimon World 1. Who knows? But regardless, we will be back very, very soon. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Let me know all of your thoughts and feelings, and yeah, I'll be back very soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.